Hi, this is Renee again, and this is one of the parks in Amsterdam where I go for a walk often. And anyways, the whole decision about my seductive apps framework platform, um, the software that I build and want to continue building upon, I've made it open source, right? So that the guys doing fancy Canvas and fancy WebGL stuff can plug into my system as basically the internet itself, and the HTML languages and plenty of other computer languages are without copyright. Well, I am of the opinion that if you make money with a site run by seductive apps, then I want 5 to 10% of your earnings. I also have if you don't report it to me that you're running a seductive apps server, then there's a heavy fine. I think I set it to 100 million euros per month per infraction per website that you use my selective apps on without informing me that you do, and thus having a discussion via email or via phone about what the percentage of profit of the seductive apps customer I get. So open sourcing instead of closed sourcing. Everybody thinks it's scary. Me, I know it to be the right thing to do with what I've written so far as part of the seductive apps framework. You can call it a scaffold in normal English, in plain English, but the technical jargon term for it is what you're supposed to use. I'm gonna see the problem with things like LGPL license and GPL licenses is you can't really make money off GPL products. And if you want to make your money in the software industry, like I do, then you have to write your own contracts. I'm not saying the current contract for my selectiveapps.com is in copyright notice.txt on github.com/selectiveapps/selectiveapps. In that folder you'll find a copyright.notice.txt, and that explains my current business plan while returning to open source hangouts, communities, mostly mailing lists. And my cloud system, because I posted recently that there would be a major upgrade to do cloud hosting, and that means free quota on cloud, calculations of how much it costs to send it from client to client. Seductive Apps is gradually going to become a cloud service itself, like Google+, YouTube, Facebook. They all have So I will try this open source thing, and I will continue to write my own contracts regarding who owns the data sent to a Seductive Apps server system. And the main thing I'm now focusing on is running Seductive Apps as part of a website that uses multiple CMSs, content management systems. There's WordPress, there's Joomla, there's a bunch of other stuff that I want to be able to plug in to the Seductive Apps, into the Seductive Apps software base, software code. And well, yes, I have some doubts about whether I'll make money in the open source world, but the thing is, people, this Canvas and WebGL thing, I think we're gonna see our real 3D computer user interface, not just in web browsers, where I'm building it, but also on the desktop itself. See the new animations on the Android smartphone. It's already going 3D, the user interface. And hell yes, I want to be part of the design team for, you know, way cool user interfaces, much better than what you saw in Minority Report. Much better as well what you saw in Ghost in the Shell movie from Japan. Always leave your phone here and then go climbing that. Oh yeah, mind it might slip. Landing you on your ass and then in the water. Woof. Woof. Yeah, I know what you're gonna do. So, me open source. Well, since I have that volunteer job at the local nut house for skipping my meds a few times, they lock you up for like 2 months. I've had some time to think code upgrades for Seductive Apps through, and it's a near complete rewrite. Building a cloud system, it's not simple if you do it from scratch, but I like the challenge, so